Skadoosh. Ninjas. Wow. This is some very, very crazy, powerful spells. Just fresh off the press, man. I mean, I'm talking like hotcakes in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to gobble them up, get them honey buns. All right, look, we're going to be playing with some dirty cards in Kaldheim. Let's just dive right into them. Enjoy. All right, first off, we got Goldspan Dragon. Ooh. Probably one of the best dragons we've seen. 5-drop dragon in quite some time. It's got flying, it's got haste, baby, and it's got some sweet artwork. Whenever Goldspan Dragon attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. Oh, man. Treasures you control have, this is the kicker, tap as, sacrifice this artifact, add 2 mana of any color. 2 mana. Not 1 mana, 2 mana. Do you know what that means? It means it's going to be nuts, man. Let's go with some dwarves. Let's go with some other chaos. I'm thinking some fun synergy here. 7 dwarves, as you guys know, the more the merrier. And why not throw them up in a build with these guys going on here? You got Magda, Brazen Outlaw. You got Gadrak, the Crown Scourge. You got 7 dwarves, which just gets bigger and badder over time. The more you have on the field. I think this would be a fun little synergy, you know, along with some other support, of course. A horse is a horse, of course, but so is a dwarf. No remorse. All right, so then, yeah, look at all this. Just look at all this synergy. Gadrak has been sitting there waiting for a home. He's like, man, bros, someone play with me. And I'm like, Gadrak, your time is coming, my friend. And your time is here. And this whole, synergy here will be beautiful because you get something like whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token. Maybe you want to throw some dwarves in here that actually have an ability on them that when they tap, this happens, but you get that trigger. Plus, you also get the trigger of creating a treasure token, all which is helping enable Gadrak the Crown Scourge, all which, if you have Goldspan out, is just doubling up your mana when you sacrifice the treasure tokens, all for like a huge boom, just to go off on the battlefield, some huge spell, whatever the case may be, some crazy fun shenanigans. This is going to be the ultimate jank. Not even jank. This could be competitive play. We probably will see some competitive play around this kind of synergy here because you have some very, very hard-hitting stuff, man. And it's going to be a little easier for you to get Gadrak online. And Goldspan's already got haste. He flies up in. Opponent gets a taste. All right, moving forward. Let's go. Reflections of Zara. That artwork, man, that's pretty crazy. There's some bad looking stuff. It looks like the aftermath of like some global disaster or something. Okay, so here we go. It's a 5-drop. It's kind of like Panharmonicon in a sense, but not really. As Reflections of Zara enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever you cast a spell of a chosen type, copy that spell. Busted. All right, that is just really good. A copy of a permanent spell becomes a token. I like that they put that on there. I guess that helps, though, for newer players. Why not? The masks float downstream toward the mirror lake, where faces arise to wear them. Sounds like some crazy stuff out of the It movie. All right, yeah, I like this card. You know why I like this card? Because you can just basically copy whatever the freaking heck you want to copy. Whatever's working, not whatever you want to copy, but whatever's working for you, okay? If you want to run elves. I don't recommend you do that. Certain strategies, maybe not so much. This might be like one of the ultimate meme kind of cards. But one I would definitely throw this build in is probably like something like Historic Elementals. I didn't get crazy and throw a whole bunch of Elementals up here or a whole bunch of different kind of creature types up here. But any creature type, especially creature types with entering the battlefield triggers, you have out your mask, or what is not a mask, you have out your reflection, okay, and then you play Uro. Yeah, one you're going to sacrifice it no matter what, but at least you get 2 copies of Uro, boom, boom, and you get a draw twice, maybe drop an additional card, whatever the case may be. You're getting that life, the 3 life gain. Risen Reef is just absolutely stupid when it comes to just getting multiple of a Risen Reef on the battlefield. Trigger. But this, you might actually just burn your deck out, and you'll probably I guarantee you could deck yourself real easy with Reef in a build, nothing but elementals with reflections as well. But there's just so many other things to do. Maybe Simic is going to have some crazy shenanigans, but keep in mind, if it's legendary, you can only have 1 legendary on the battlefield at a time. You'll have to sacrifice one of your legendaries. So that is something. But man, this card looks like we're going to have a lot of fun in upcoming videos on Bad Boy Gaming. That's right. All right, moving forward, we got some other little stuff here to talk about. Got Raven Form. Exile target artifact or creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying with Foretell on it. So this is almost like a Path to Exile. I know Path to Exile is amazing. It's better. I understand. But at one point, you can cast it for the same price as the casting cost of Path to Exile. That's all. That's my only argument I got right there, okay? Everyone's going to be like, no way, it's not Path. Okay, anyway, moving along. So Foretell, yeah. You could pay 2, and then later on, just for 1, you can exile target artifact or creature. That's pretty cool. You know, I mean, overall, you're going to still pay the 3 to do the same effect, you know, but just being able to pay 1 and just having it sitting there, man, I feel like this is going to create such like a hostile kind of environment. Like, you know, like just like I know you got that card right there, you know, it's like, how do you get past knowing your opponent has a certain card? It only costs 1 to freaking exile something, you know, just it's crazy shenanigans like that. I think it's going to be a whole different kind of magic right now, you know, like the world we're living in with this crazy magic. Anyway, moving on. Forging the Tyrite Sword. I do think Raven Form is a good card. Forging the Tyrite Sword, 3-drop, create a treasure token. That's cool. Do it twice over the 2 sagas. And then search your library for a card named Valor, God of Battle, or an equipment card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library, which that God card is right here, which we've already discussed in past spoiler videos. You can pause it if you haven't seen this spoiler yet, or you could just go back. This card is looking pretty fun. We'll see what it's all about. And I think that's pretty cool. Then shuffle your library. So that's one way, you know, a whole lot of Boris colored enchantments, or equipments, you know, synergies. The treasure tokens are there as well. Heck, maybe even throw the dragon in here, whatever. Then you have Bretagard Stronghold. Actually, that dragon, when it drops, man, that would make these treasure tokens, you did 4. Wow, when it hits, you have access to 4 more mana right then and there. Okay, then you have a Bretagard Stronghold. Enters the battlefield tapped, add a green mana. And then for 3, 2 plains, 1 forest. Sacrifice Stronghold, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. They gain vigilance and lifelink until end of turn. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. I kind of like that. Unfortunately, it's not instant. If it was instant, this card would probably be shifted to a rare or a mythic even, because that would just really give you a lot of advantage over your opponent. You know, if they're swinging or whatever the case may be, just being able to do it at instant speed, I think is almost cheating. Not cheating, it's just too good. But anyway, this is a pretty solid card. Not bad. It is what it is. Moving along. Okay, we also have ourselves Kovori, God of Kinship, and the Ringheart Crest. Legendary creature god. We have 2 green legendary creature gods we're talking about today. This is just the first one. Just wait till you see the next one, okay? The Ringheart Crest on the right. Okay, so what's this all about? Got some friendly little bears there. What are you doing? For 4, as long as you control 3 or more legendary creatures, Kovori gets +4/+2 and has vigilance. Right there, that just screams like, you know, Commander to me or something like that. But we do have a lot more legendary creatures than we used to years ago. So, I mean, Wizards is doing that just because of the whole, let's everyone play Commander, and Commander is great. No doubt about it. But that's really the reason for it all. And then for 2, tap it, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a legendary creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So, again, not too bad. Definitely focused on the whole legendary thing. I think if you have a lot of legendaries and you're running green, you know, in your commander build, you're probably throwing this card up in the mix. Also, you do have the Ringheart Crest over here, which you could play. As the Ringheart Crest enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Tap it. Add a green mana. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type or a legendary creature spell. So if you stick to like a certain kind of... You could. You don't even have to. Really, you can venture out and just do a whole bunch of legendary cards. I mean, you got like Questing Beasts in there right now, which is pretty freaking nasty. You got, what is it, Jawali or whatever, the 2-drop. You know, when you draw an extra card, you create a 2/2, I think it's cat token or something like that, which is pretty nasty, or beast token or something like that. You got a whole lot of, like, decent, you know, ramp. You know, you even got Yorval. What's his name? Yorvo? Yorvo. Yorvo. All right, anyway. You got Yorvo up in there, you know, which will reduce the casting cost of Yorvo by 1 green mana. You dropping Yorvos for deuce. Yorvos dropping deuces. Man, that's pretty insane. So I think, you know, in standard, it's got a good shot, you know, to do some crazy stuff. I don't know how many times you're going to get this whole +4/+2. onto your Kovori, God of Kinship. But regardless, pretty fun card. And this is like a mana rock for 2 in a sense, you know, green, gotta be green. But I think it's pretty cool. Moving forward, I didn't have too much time to really dive into everything today. So Path to the World Tree and the Trickster God's Haste. Let's talk about Path to the World Tree. And then I'm going to show you guys the World Tree at the end. And you're going to be like, ha, stuff's busted. When Path to the World Tree enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. And then for 2 colorless and 1 of every mana, sacrifice Path to the World Tree. You gain 2 life, you draw 2 cards. Target opponent loses 2 life. Path to the World Tree deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature. I think it's funny, it says Path to the World Tree deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature. You create a 2/2 green bear creature token. All about dropping deuces in this set, it seems. And I like the art on that. It looks pretty cool, man. It's all like crazy green mist, river of mist almost running. Like it should have been lava, but they're all like running. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Looks like something out of a video game, though. Anyway, I don't know what the heck this card is going to do. But, I mean, if you're running all colors, sure, then go ahead and throw some of these in there. It could benefit you. Maybe even in Shrines. I think Shrines would like this kind of build, too. All right, the Trickster God's Heist over here. We got ourselves the 4-drop. You may exchange control of 2 target creatures. Sure, you can take my 1/1 crappy cat, and I'll take your 6/6, Elgaroth, whatever the case may be. Cool. You may exchange control of 2 target non-basic, non-creature permanents that share a card type, you know. So that'd be kind of cool, like an enchantment or artifact, whatever the case may be. For 3, target player loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. It is 4 to do this. I think 4 was the right mana to, right amount to do this. But you're assuming your opponent has to be running creatures. Not every deck runs creatures, but a lot of decks do. And if they're, I think you're really going to get your jollies off, your kicks off, if they're running mono green or something, and you play something like this. I think it's where it's going to shine, against decks like that. But pretty cool card. Next up, we got Tyvarkell. I really wanted to go deeper into this, but there's really not a whole lot to talk about with it. It's pretty obvious. I mean, it's tribal support for elves. It's that simple. Like I said early in the spoiler season, that's exactly what it's going to be. And that's exactly what it is. It's a 4-drop. Elves you control have tap, add a black mana. That's not bad. We are going to get some more black and green elves or black elves, whatever the case may be, black mana elves. So that's something that is still we haven't got there yet. +1. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target elf. Untap it. It gains death touch until end of turn. Okay, you're, making threats out of your elves. That's legit. Its 0 is create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. That's cool. Okay, just getting more elves out there, tapping for more mana. It's -6. You get an emblem with whenever you cast an elf spell, it gains haste until end of turn, and you draw 2 cards. That is a heck ton of advantage. That is going to be freaking deadly. Okay. You mix this with that new Vorklex or whatever kind of card. I think you got a really deadly combination there. That's just going to go off on your opponent really fast. Think about it. This is a cool card, but again, you can't just take this card and throw it in any deck. This is all about elves, man. If you got elves, you're going to want to run Tyvarkell, at least in standard for now, Interesting card nonetheless. All right, moving forward. Cosmos Charger, 4-drop. I didn't read this card yet. It's got flash and flying. Foretelling cards from your hand cost 1 less and can be done on any player's turn. That's not too bad, but is that enough reason to want to run this card? Probably not. Foretell for 3, it's a 3/3. It does have flying, though, and flash, which, I think really they had to give it some kind of edge, not just foretelling cards from your hand cost 1 less and can be done on any player's turn. Like, whoopity-doo, I think it's pretty legit, though. There should be, no, it's probably not going to see much play. I take back the legit part. It's pretty. That's about it. Pretty artwork. No, it's probably not. If I'm wrong about this, and this sees competitive play, blast me in a month's time all over my page. Okay, moving along. We got Hailstorm of don't worry, the best is yet to come. We got Hailstorm of Valkyrie and Sculptor of Winter. Sculptor of Winter, untap target snowland. It's an elf and a rogue. Then we have a 4 over here, 4-drop. Angel, Wizard, Flying, Trample, Hailstorm, Valkyrie. Gets +2/+2 until end of turn if you pay 2 snow-covered land or 2 snow-covered mana or whatever the case may be in order to pump it. It's a deuce. Yeah, no. No. No, I don't really think that's an amazing card. Maybe if you're going the whole, you need to have snow-covered permanents for you to do your big whoopity-doo, or whatever, then yeah, you would run something like this. But otherwise, I don't think so, man. I like that it's an angel, but it's just kind of soft. It does have trample, which is pretty cool. If it was a 3/3, okay, but it's a 2/2. I just, no, I'm not really feeling it. All right, oh, God, guys. What? Why? Why do they print cards like these? Cosmos Serpent. 7-drop. But when you get this thing out, good luck with your opponent getting rid of it. This spell can't be countered. All right, that's fair. At the beginning of each upkeep, are you listening out there, John? John, are you listening? Sacrifice another permanent. Choose one. Oh, yeah. At the beginning of each, create a 3/3 blue serpent creature token named Comas Faithful. You're doing that at every person's upkeep. This is annoying, okay? That's a 3/3 spouting out of this thing every freaking turn. Every turn. So, like, I go, my opponent goes. Now I have 2 creatures. Okay, at the upkeep. Sacrifice another serpent. Choose one. Tap target permanent. Its activated abilities can't be activated this turn, so you can slow them down to whatever the heck you want to do. Coma, the other one, Cosmos, Serpent, gains indestructible until end of turn. Oh, man. So the only way to get rid of this thing is for it to be put into exile or for it to be sacrificed. Okay, mostly. That's really freaking annoying. Or you can turn it into like a frog or something, You could do that. I think that card might even see some play. The 2-drop, the target creature becomes a 1/1 useless frog and loses all abilities. Put that on friggin' good old Serpent boy here, and that's it. This thing's nuts, though, man. If you don't have an answer for this, you're gonna lose the game, and it's pretty simple. Your opponent's just gonna go wider and wider and sit there and just protecting his Serpent, and you lose. All right, so there you have it. Fun card. Gross card. It is 7 though, so this maybe in like probably in a control deck, this would be the top end, I would imagine. Throw 2 copies of it, top end control, game over, you win. Awesome. Moving forward. Oh God, is this gross? No pun intended, but pun intended. Asika, God of the Tree, 3-drop. Legendary creature, God, vigilance. Tap it, add 1 mana of any color. Yeah, add 1 mana of any color. Other legendary creatures you control have vigilance and tap, add 1 mana of any color. Oh, any deck in Commander running 5-color, man, is going to want this in their build. That's all I'm saying. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal a card from the top of your library until you reveal a creature or planeswalker card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This thing is disgusting. This card is absolutely disgusting. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature or planeswalker card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom. What are you saying, Wizards? How absolutely freaking busted can you make something? Not just do it once or twice, do it every freaking turn. Do it at the beginning of your upkeep. Anytime you have an upkeep, go ahead, just do that, man. Hey, here we go. I think I just dropped a Nicole Bolas. There you go. Oh, here's another Nicole Bolas. Different Nicole Bolas. Oh, here's a different Nicole Bolas. Oh, every turn, you're dead. If you don't get rid of this thing, you're gonna lose. Okay, you will win if you have it on the field. And if this thing sticks for more than 2 or 3 turns, at least if you're running the right kind of deck, you're gonna win. It's that simple. You're gonna win and embarrass some of your opponents. Okay. Wizards, why would you print something this powerful? No, I don't even care. This is cool. Very insane. This is going to be probably one of the most expensive cards out of all of Kaldheim. You heard it here first, Joey Moss, Pebble Gaming. All right, I'd say top 2 for sure, without a freaking doubt. All right, moving along. Holy crap. Then we got Comas Faithful. We're not done yet, baby. Village Right's got a reprint. Seize the Spoil. Something good to go with those treasure token kind of decks, you know, and what have you. And then Comas Faithful, just for some more actual milling stuff. It is an elf, you know, cleric. There you go. Got lifelink on it, 3/1. Not too bad. Mills your opponent. Okay. When it dies, each player mills 3 cards. And yourself. Mills each. Okay. The World Tree. The World Tree, this is the best image I can get right now. I know it looks fake. It's real, okay? It's just, it was chopped. I just threw it onto the other God card. The World Tree enters the battlefield tapped. Add a green mana. As long as you control 6 or more lands. Lands you control have tap. Add 1 mana of any color. Are you ready for this? For 2 of each color, tap the World Tree, sacrifice the World Tree, and search your library for any number of God cards. Put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. I think we have reached the pinnacle of power in Magic the Gathering. That is absurd. Of course you need 10 mana in order to do this. Commander don't care. This is going to be nuts. If you're running a 5-color deck, you're probably mostly going to want to run this card, the World Tree. Again, you know, any number of God cards and put them onto the wow. There are a lot of powerful God cards now, more so than there were years ago. I mean, we are probably getting about 10 new gods just from this set alone. Just from this set alone. That's insanity, man. Oh, whoa. The World Tree. Oh, my goodness. Guys, I've seen it all, man. I have seen it all. What else is there to say? What else do you want me to say? What else that's busted? Tell me about it. Tell me about how much fun you're going to have with this card. All right, moving along. Fira, Judge of Valor. Legendary creature, Angel Cleric, flying and lifelink 2/4. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Isn't that special? It's an Angel and a Cleric, so it fits in that whole Angel Cleric kind of theme, you know. Pretty cool. It's a 2/4. It will get that big toughness. Remember, there is that one card where you gain, anytime a Cleric or Angel enters the battlefield, you gain life equal to its toughness. So this would be pretty legit. You might want to splash a couple of these and that kind of build, you know. Wow. Unbelievable, guys. The spoilers today were just insane. I'm looking forward to Kaldheim. They definitely bigger and more powerful spells today than yesterday, but we got about 5, 6 really like, wow, that's gonna change the entire game kind of cards, you know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm Joey Moss with Bad Boy Gaming. I appreciate you tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please, by all means, hit the like. And if you made it this far, say, Joey, is that your card shop? Skadoosh.